you go. Well, hi, everybody. I wanted to talk to you this morning about Activate. Sounds fabulous. It'll be a little bit familiar to folks once I get explaining, but before that, let's watch a video. You can't beat a good introductory video. Now, and really, we covered a little bit in the video. You saw the nuts and bolts of what was going on. But every year in the spring, BNI holds a special growth competition. We used to call it Member Extravaganza. And last year we didn't hold it. Something unexpected happened around March time last year, and we were not able to hold our Member Extravaganza. But this year it's back, it's bigger, it's better, and it's rebranded. So that is what Activate is. You saw from the video, we're reaching out into our communities to help them. And there's nothing better you can do for a local business than to invite them to see the BNI opportunity and let them decide whether or not this may be a good fit for their business. Now, of course, this is perfect because it's in line with our existing growth plans anyway. So let me break down Activate. What's it all about? How does it work? And what's in it for you? Because there are prizes. Oh, yes, there are prizes. So we've got two contests going on this year, different from before. We have a member contest and we have a chapter contest. So members who are sponsoring new BNI members into their chapter can hit one of three levels: builder, leader, and champion. There are rewards available at each level for those. But beyond that, I think this is the point I say, but wait, there's more. Because beyond that, we also have a chapter contest. And if your chapter grows by more than 6 new members during the period, there is yet another draw and an opportunity to win some fabulous prizes as well. So when are we doing this? It starts April the 1st. You'd be a fool to miss it. I've been dying to say that. And it runs through to June the 2nd. But you can start right now, because inviting people to next week's meeting, they can put their application in. I'm okay with it being post-dated to April the 1st. And then the membership committee will do their thing. They'll be wrapping up around the beginning of April. Perfect. As long as the date on the application form is between these two dates, or including those dates, then they're eligible for this competition. So what's it all about? There are 3 different alternative routes that your chapter can take. You can decide which is the best fit for you. One is a visitor day program. This is our traditional way of doing it. We'll hold a big visitor day during the period. Alternatively, you might want to play a BNI game, run a game over those 2 months with points for members. You break up into teams. It's great fun. And finally, instead of those two, we could focus on contact spheres, having specific what we used to call stack days in the chapter, focusing on particular categories that we want to fill. So let's drill this down a little more. And by the ways, I'm going to post these slides in your Facebook group. So don't scramble for the screenshot or get your camera out or start writing. We're good. I just really want you to get the gist of what's going on. You can see on the right-hand side, we've got Visitor Day workshops during the week. There's all kinds of information out there that members of the chapter can take part in, but there will be a chapter Activate champion. We'll be appointing somebody from within the chapter to actually liaise with the regional office, with the national office and the chapter, keep you up to date with what's going on. There's a lot of information that champion can bring back to the chapter. BNI game. I don't know if you've played a game before, but it's such good fun. You can see, I think they've got on this slide, they don't, but you get particular points for different things. You might get 10 points for bringing an eligible visitor. You might lose a point for not being present without a sub. So there's lots of different things. You break up into teams. You might have 3 or 4 teams in the chapter, and you compete for against each other for the right to, well, bragging rights, really. Of course, everybody in the chapter wins if we get 6 new members. There's a scorecard, and the champion tracks it week by week. Contact spheres are great if we want to focus on specific categories, run a series of focused visitor days just on particular categories. Again, huge amount of information and resources available for the chapter. There's been a lot of work put in by BNI behind the scenes to have a lot of information available for the chapter. And actually down the bottom, you can see there's success calls, there's tips, there's all kinds of things going on. Here's a typical contact sphere, of course. You identify the area you want to get somebody in, and everybody invites somebody from that category. On top of all that, there's a huge amount of social media support. Rachel will love this. There's so much stuff that's out there. We've got new social media templates. You can post these up on your chapter page, on your personal pages, focused on inviting people to particular days. We've got these little I don't know whether they're thumbnails or not, but again, great snazzy little icons that you can use on your social media page. Recognition, of course, is one of our core values. As you reach the different levels, as you sponsor folks, you get eligible to use these virtual backgrounds. Not everybody's into virtual backgrounds, but if you like rubbing other people's face in it and letting them know that you're the boss, you want to have one of these behind you to let people know that you are building the team. Weekly recognition. Our champion will be updating you every week on how the chapter is progressing. We've got the member competition, champion leader builder, and of course, the chapter itself is focusing on getting 6 new members at least into the chapter during this time period. Just think, you could emerge from this with 6 new members. Wouldn't that make a difference? The chapter champion here has not been identified yet. I hope I've got somebody in mind, but we will find somebody who, and if you'd like to do this job, reach out quick before the person I was talking to gets back to me, if you'd like to do that. Now, what are our next steps? The first thing we need to do is choose your Activate Accelerator event. Do you fancy doing a visitor day? Do you want to do a series of smaller contact sphere stack days, or would you like to run a game? Let me know. We need to decide by Friday so we can register and we can get the access to all the BNI information. Email Chuck, Mike, or Carol with your preference. You can email me directly, or we've set up a special email address, activate@bnicalswagger.com. Shoot me an email. Let me know who you are, what chapter you're in, and which way you'd like to go. If we don't get feedback from the chapter, of course, the leadership team will make a decision on your behalf. As I said earlier, I'm going to put all of this information in the Facebook chat group. And of course, you could always say in the chat group, which you prefer as well. So let's talk about these prizes, seeing as that's really the exciting part. We've got these 2 competitions in one, the member competition and the chapter competition. Let's look at the member competition first. If you sponsor somebody into BNI during the competition period, you will receive an extra month's membership in BNI. If your renewal date is September, your renewal date will become October. If you do this twice, you get 2 new members into BNI. You'll receive 2 months BNI membership, and the top ranking, not only as a champion will you get 3 months additional BNI membership free of charge, but you'll enter into the Champion of Champions draw, and I've got a prize lined up for that. I can't announce it yet, but it'll be pretty good. Plus, you get the virtual backgrounds, you get the bragging rights, and of course, here's something to remember: you can sponsor somebody into another chapter in my region and still be eligible for this competition. So, if there's a seat open in Millbrook, you could sponsor somebody in there. Wouldn't count for your chapter, but it will for this competition. And everybody who does sponsor somebody in gets a copy of Ivan's new book, Infinite Giving. Pretty cool new book. Why not? We all like to learn. The CEUs available as you read through that book. But the real competition is the chapter competition. So this is how it works. To qualify, your chapter must sponsor a minimum of 6 new members during the time period. That's that 2-month block. Number 2, 2 other chapters must also do the same. If we can get 3 qualifying chapters out of our group of 9, then we're going to run this draw. And you can see the odds of winning about 18-1, which is pretty good odds, actually. If you sponsor 2 people, by the way, you get 2 entries in the draw. If we can get 6 chapters sponsored, I'm going to run 2 draws. So there's even more chance of winning this prize. Now, I know you're not focused on yourselves. You're focused on everybody else. But everyone's a winner if we can get 6 new members minimum into the chapter. Am I stalling on these prizes? I suppose I was. I was leading up the excitement. Here we go. The grand prize is a $1,000 travel voucher. You got a 1 in 18 chance of winning this. You take your wife or husband away for a nice weekend. You can go off yourself somewhere twice as nice, or you can put it towards a bigger vacation. That's compliments, not compliments of, supplied by Misha Jernigan of Right on Time Travel out of our Pay Setters chapter in Columbus. There's a runner-up prize as well, a fabulous $250 gift basket. Look at that cuddly bear looking at you. That is a picture of the actual basket. Who wouldn't want to own that plush toy? And the third prize, an awesome $100 Mary Kay gift certificate, also compliments supplied by our member Leanne in BNI Pay Setters. So in summary, guys, let's work on how we can use BNI Activate to do what we all want to do anyway, and drive visitors and membership of our chapter. All the stats are looking great. You've been through the first few months. You've got the BNI thing down. The one piece that's missing is growth, and if we crack that, the sky's the limit. So there's our period, April the 1st to June the 2nd. Lots of reasons to do it, but I think that assisting the community by showing them the opportunities of BNI is a great reason all by itself. Start inviting guests now. Thank you so much, guys. I very much appreciate your time. I'll be hanging around after the meeting to answer any questions you might have, but that's it for now.